Hello, folks. Welcome as IBMA's Leadership Bluegrass presents Play a Part, a concert series to benefit the IBMA, IBMA Trust Fund, and IBMA Foundation. I'm your host for the evening, Cindy Baucom, Leadership Bluegrass class of 2007 and host of Knee Deep in Bluegrass. We have a wonderful selection of performances for you tonight, curated by Leadership Bluegrass alumni. Leadership Bluegrass is a 3-day intensive professional development program held in Nashville, Tennessee every year. Since its founding in 2000, the mission of Leadership Bluegrass has been to connect leaders from all aspects of our industry and cultivate collaboration and growth for the future of bluegrass music. You can learn more about Leadership Bluegrass at its 2021 public webinar series at IBMA.org. Our Play a Part concert series is one component of a Year in Giving campaign for the IBMA, IBMA Trust Fund, and IBMA Foundation. With more information, here now is IBMA's Executive Director, Paul Schimminger.
Hello, bluegrass music lovers. Welcome and thank you for tuning in to IBMA's Leadership Bluegrass Presents Play a Part, a concert series benefiting the IBMA, IBMA Trust Fund, and IBMA Foundation. We have a terrific slate of performances for you tonight, curated by Leadership Bluegrass alumni. But first, I want to take a moment to talk about why we are doing this. As you know, this has been a difficult year for so many people and organizations in the entire music world, and specifically within our own bluegrass community. This is a time for all of us to join together to support each other. We deeply appreciate your generous donations during IBMA World of Bluegrass, and yet there is more work for all of us. In other words, so many still need us to play a part to make a difference. Each year this time, we organize a vital end-of-year giving campaign to help our broad bluegrass community. This year, our modest goal is to receive donations in excess of $15,000 to help provide important resources and programming all year from 3 important IBMA-connected organizations. The IBMA Trust Fund is our community's lifeline to confidentially help bluegrass music professionals during financial emergencies, whether they be medical, related to natural disasters, or the impact of industry-wide work stoppages due to the COVID-19 pandemic. This year we have seen applications for assistance rise tenfold over normal years, with grants helping scores of professionals. In fact, the IBMA Trust Fund Board of Trustees has now raised the level of assistance per approved application to $750 to help even more. By giving to the IBMA Trust Fund, you can play a part in making sure this fund stands ready to help our great professionals through times of emergency need, like today. The IBMA Foundation is building a brighter future for bluegrass music. Specifically, it helps donors create a bluegrass legacy by supporting programs and projects that focus on bluegrass music-related arts and culture, education, literary work, and historic preservation. IBMA Foundation programs include $14,000 in project grants awarded annually, Bluegrass in the Schools mini grants to help pay bands to do educational programs in schools, scholarships for women in bluegrass, songwriters, and young people pursuing bluegrass-related degrees on the college level, plus an academic research award and the new Arnold Schultz Fund to encourage more participation in bluegrass by people of color. By giving to the IBMA Foundation, you can play a part in building that brighter future. The IBMA itself exists to educate, connect, and empower bluegrass professionals and enthusiasts and help grow the appreciation of our incredible music around the world. We often take for granted the many essential opportunities, programs, and organizations the IBMA continues to create that we now lean on heavily as an industry, just as the 2 I just mentioned. This member-based association is committed to improving the careers and lives of bluegrass professionals, spread the music anywhere there are ears to hear it, honor those who have passed down the traditions, and encourage the innovation and diversity that keeps the tradition alive and touches new creative boundaries. By giving to the IBMA, you can play a part in creating a powerful impact in and for our bluegrass community. Please enjoy the concert series by those who are playing a part to encourage the rest of us to play ours too. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. We hope you'll all join us in playing a part by donating at IBMA.org. Now let's get the music started. For over 2 decades, fiddler, singer, songwriter, and step dancer April Verch has been recording and captivating listeners worldwide. The Ottawa Valley native has garnered praise from music's heavy hitters, including NPR, Rolling Stone, No Depression, and more. With 13 albums and over 2 decades of touring under her belt, she is a seasoned veteran. An alumna of Leadership Bluegrass class of 2008, here's the ultra-talented April Verch performing with her bandmate and husband, Cody Walters.
Hey everybody, my name's April Verch and this is my husband, Cody Walters.
Hello.
And we are 2/3 of the April Verch Band and pleased to be part of this concert for IBMA and Leadership Bluegrass. We're going to start off with one that I wrote called Still Tryin'. 1, 2, 1. I wish I could say I know exactly what you mean, but I'd be lying. And I wish I could figure out the things you have done that leave me crying. I'm still trying. And I wish I didn't have to say I couldn't see the lies you had me buying. And I wish I could just forget the memories of our past that leave me sighing. I'm still trying. I'm trying to forget you. I'm trying to be strong. Trying not to worry who was right, who was wrong. I wish I could tell you that inside I don't feel just like I'm dying. I'm still trying. Yes, I wish I could figure out the things you have done that leave me crying. I'm trying to forget you, trying to move on, trying not to wonder if you love me all along. I wish I could tell you that inside I don't feel just like I'm dying. I'm still trying. All right, Cody's got the banjo out for this next one, and this is a tune I wrote a few weeks ago. We were putting up our firewood, and it was a bit of a challenge.
A little bit, yeah.
We ordered some wood, and every piece was between 3 and 5 inches too long for our little wood stove. So before we split it and stacked it, we had to cut every single piece, just a little bit.
Yep.
And it inspired a tune.
Yep.
This is called Firewood. 1, 2, 3. our little set with some Ottawa Valley step dancing. I was born and raised in a little town called Pembroke, Ontario. That's in northeastern Ontario and in a little region called the Ottawa Valley. And I'm really proud to carry that fiddle and step dance tradition with me wherever I go. And we thought it might be fun to have a few banjo and steps together to end this off. Thank you again to Leadership Bluegrass for having us, and enjoy the rest of the show.
When you play a part in the IBMA, you support bluegrass music worldwide through advocacy, professional development, and renowned programs like IBMA World of Bluegrass and our very own Leadership Bluegrass. Please donate today at IBMA.org. Sharing a few thoughts with us now is Chairman of the IBMA Board of Directors, Ben Surratt.
Thank you, Cindy. Hi, everybody. I'm Ben Surratt, Leadership Bluegrass Class of 2001 and Chairman of the IBMA Board of Directors. Let me add my welcome and the welcome from my fellow board members to tonight's show, and we thank you for tuning in. Your support helps keep our industry going, and we really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the show. Every artist or band you see tonight is a graduate of Leadership Bluegrass. Thank you all again. And now back to you, Cindy.
When you play a part in the IBMA Trust Fund, you directly support bluegrass professionals in time of emergency need, including a dedicated COVID-19 relief account. We ask that if you have a little, give. If you need a little, ask. Donate now at IBMA.org. And now back to the music. Coming up is a veteran of many facets of live and recorded music. His musical career spans some 30 years and includes domestic and international touring and recording. He was IBMA's Guitar Player of the Year in 2001 and 2002. He's an experienced instructor for guitar, vocals, harmony singing, band coaching, and more. At music camps, workshops, clinics, and one-on-one lessons. He tours as a solo performer and occasionally with other artists. A proud alumna of Leadership Bluegrass Class of 2005, the awesome Jim Hurst.
Ooh, it's a beautiful day, such a beautiful day. And I'm so happy to be feeling this way. Stepping lightly on my way, taking a pause just because it's a beautiful day. I'm out here walking in the weather, raindrops are bouncing off my shoes. I didn't bring my old umbrella, but I don't care, I'm dancing away the blues. It's a beautiful day, such a beautiful day, and I'm so happy to be feeling this way. Stepping lightly on my way, taking a pause just because it's a beautiful day. There are times I feel sad and lonesome, and we've all been there time after time. The crack of dawn starts me on a new song. It's a beautiful day, such a beautiful day. And I'm so happy to be feeling this way, stepping lightly on my way, taking a pause just because it's a beautiful day. I won't let the blues make me lose my disposition. Frowns are really smiles upside down, turning a 180 to charge into the sunshine. Gonna tell the world exactly what I found. An attitude adjustment so profound is what I found. It's a beautiful day, babe. And I'm so happy to be feeling this way, stepping lightly on my way, taking a pause just because it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day, such a beautiful day. And I'm so happy to be feeling this way, stepping lightly on my way, taking a pause just because it's a beautiful day. Taking a pause just because it's a beautiful day. Taking a pause just because it's a beautiful day. Such a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Ooh. Imperfect, playing around a little bit. So, hope that got you smiling and tapping your foot. That's a song I wrote when I was out in Washington doing a festival out there back a couple of years ago when all those fires were there, and it was kind of sad. And I got up Saturday morning to go to the festival grounds, and it was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful, and the title came to my head, It's a Beautiful Day, and I wrote it on the way from there to the camp, or the festival grounds, where I was going to do a guitar workshop and a concert. And so, those of you that don't know me, I'm my mom's favorite son, which my brother wouldn't agree to that, but anyway, he doesn't have the mic. Anyway, I'm happy to be part of this. I'm an alumni of Leadership Bluegrass. Back in, I think 2005 was my year, and I learned a lot, and was able to meet up with some people that I hadn't met before and heard some different perspectives. So I hope you're having a good time today. And so I'm going to do a couple more songs for you, and I play flat pick when I'm doing bluegrass, like when I'm playing in a bluegrass band, or when I'm playing with Claire Lynch, or some of the things I do with my Jim Hurst trio. I do a lot of solo stuff like what you're hearing here. And so a lot of people request songs from my catalog, but I'm going to play some that maybe you haven't heard, and this next one is one that maybe you have, but the first one, that's fairly new. So anyway, here's one that I wrote sitting on the front porch of a big porch we had right there by the creek. That is a song I wrote, like I said, on the front porch of the log house we had up in Kentucky when we lived up there for a few years. That's called Kentucky Sunrise Waltz. I want to finish my little bit here with a song that my mom and dad and I helped wrote back in 1963, and a lot of folks seem to like this song. And, I think folks know of me as a guitar player mostly and a singer a little bit. I produce my own albums. I've helped other people produce their albums, and I've recorded a lot with different folks, John Cowan and Mark Schatz, and of course Claire Lynch. I spent a lot of time recording with her. And Missy Raines, her and I had a duet, which I had a lot of fun. Jim Hurst and Missy Raines. And so anyway, I hope you're enjoying what you're hearing from me. And again, thanks for having me a part of this. This song here was written by my mother and father. As I said, they come from the eastern Appalachians, eastern Kentucky, eastern Tennessee. Mom from Kentucky, dad from Tennessee. And when they moved up north, they left their homes and their music really behind. And you didn't hear bluegrass on the radio in Toledo, Ohio, where I grew up. Anyway, I'll send this one out to all of you and say thanks again for having me. This is a song that Mom and Dad wrote, and I added a verse, so it's a co-write thing, but this is called Through the Garden. What you were, my sweetheart darling, in our blissful childhood days, but then had to part, dear. You have gone so far away. We wandered out through the garden, and all the flowers were in bloom. There you whispered how you loved me underneath that golden moon. When you left, I got so lonely. I thought my heart would break in two. Don't you know I love you only? There is no other one but you. We wandered out through the garden, and all the flowers were in bloom. There you whispered how you loved me underneath that golden moon. Well, I hope that you're not gone forever, and that we may meet someday. Oh, I know we'd be so happy. I pray the Lord will let it be. We wandered out through the garden, and all the flowers were in bloom. There you whispered how you loved me underneath that golden moon. Thank you very much. Have a good night, okay?
When you play a part in the IBMA Foundation, you support their mission for a brighter future for bluegrass music through programs and projects that focus on bluegrass music-related arts and culture, education, literary work, and historic preservation. Learn more about the IBMA Foundation at bluegrassfoundation.org. And now, a multi-instrumentalist and singer from St. James, Minnesota, who's traveled the globe performing bluegrass music to underwrite her insatiable songwriting habit. She's co-written songs for Grammy Award-winning albums by the infamous String Dusters and the Travelin' McCurrys, and received 8 IBMA awards, including the 2016 Fiddler and Female Vocalist of the Year. With 20 years' experience teaching fiddle, singing, and songwriting at workshops worldwide, she also serves on the board of the IBMA Foundation and is an alumna of the Leadership Bluegrass class of 2003. And of course, I'm talking about Becky Buller. The Becky Buller Band features Becky on fiddle, Professor Dan Boner on guitar, Nate Lee on mandolin and fiddle, Daniel Harden on bass, and Ned Luberecki on banjo. This performance was filmed on March 7th, 2020, and it was their last performance together before the shutdown brought on by the pandemic. To entertain you now, here's the Becky Buller Band.
1, 2, 3, 4. Mr. Jean's Barbershop, State Street, the Virginia side. Walked in hand with Pa, 5 years old and terrified. Mr. Jean smiled at me, helped me up into the chair. In the mirror I could see an old red fiddle hanging. Gray-haired barber caught my gaze, said that's a tale I like to tell, of a young man who came in one day with a fiddle and a dream to sell. He tried living on the road, thought music was where he belonged, but it broke his heart and it broke his soul, made him sing a different song. Fiddle up high, fiddle down low, fiddle most everywhere I go. I'd fiddle until my dying day, if I could make a life on a fiddler's pay. He sat in this very chair, scared of what his folks would say. His hope was gone, his pockets bare. They warned him it would end this way. He returned to start anew, no money for shave and trim. He asked, would this fiddle do? Said it wasn't any use to him. Fiddle up high, fiddle down low, fiddle most everywhere I go. I'd fiddle until my dying day, if I could make a life on a fiddler's pay. Mr. Jean swept the floor, spun me around and said, you're done. I begged him to tell me more, what happened to the wayward son. Turns out it was Mr. Jean, hung his fiddle up that day. Now I'm living out his dream, 'cause he taught me how to play. I fiddle up high, fiddle down low, fiddle most everywhere I go. I'm gonna fiddle until my dying day, if I can make a life on a fiddler's pay. Fiddle up high, fiddle down low, fiddle most everywhere I go. I'm gonna fiddle until my dying day, if I can make a life on a fiddler's pay. Living my life on a fiddler's pay. Thank you. Right on by, right through the mountains, through those hills where I was born. Cut that road, right through the mountains, right on by where I come from. tractor buck in Marsh's holler. Shot him dead with a 94. Drug that buck up out of the howler. Barnes's holler ain't there no more. Right on by, right through the mountains, to those hills where I was born. Up that road, right through the mountains, right on by where I come from. Right on by where I come from. Right on by where I come
We hope you've enjoyed tonight's performances. We're honored to be able to bring bluegrass music into your home during a year when we need it most. Once again, we hope you'll join us in playing a part in support of bluegrass music with a year-end charitable contribution at IBMA.org. The form on the website makes it easy to donate an amount to any or all of the organizations under the IBMA umbrella. Please join us again next time for another great night of music featuring alumni from IBMA's Leadership Bluegrass program. And remember, support each other, support bluegrass, and thank you so much.